Hey guys, we're ready to rock this, right? So lesson one. So if you, I don't know if you can actually see Maisie. Let me show you. Let me point you down a bit. This is Maisie. If you've been following us for a while, you know she likes to be centre of attention a lot of the time. She has to be in the camera somewhere. So today is all about getting started, okay? So whether you've done this before, whether you've just had one lesson or no lessons, we're going to start from the very, very beginning together. There will probably be some habits that you've picked up along the way that aren't so good. There'll probably be habits that you know quite well, but I'm just going to start as if you don't know anything, okay? Hey Natasha. So what we're going to first do is warm up. So every lesson we're going to warm up. So I'm going to go through it with you. Nothing too crazy to start with, and we'll just get it more intense every week, you know, particularly to develop your core strength. And then we're going to have a look at a range of different things today. So looking at shoulder engagement. So the more we can drill the shoulders into your head, the more it'll sink in, the easier you'll find pole moves, the push and pull technique that you need with pole moves, being able to engage the shoulder to stop you spinning. A few little different things that we're going to look at today. Creating a good lock behind the knees to make sure that you get a good grip. Those are the little things that we're just going to work on today so that you can keep using these techniques throughout this course. All right, so when you're ready, I'm just going to move you back up a bit, find yourself a space, and then we're going to start with a warm-up. Okay, cool. All right, alrighty then, so we're just going to start with shoulders. So if you stand with your feet at least hip width apart, okay, stand nice and tall. You're going to take your shoulders up towards your ears and then release. Up, release, up, release. Keep going. Two more. Good. And then we're going to roll these shoulders back. So make sure you get as much movement as you can. So exaggerate everything we do. Awesome. And then when you're ready, guys, place your hands on your shoulders, big circles with those elbows. Excellent. Then when you're ready, nice straight arms, try and close the gap, okay? So keeping those hands as close together as you go around. And we're just going backwards rather than forwards because we want to open up the chest. We find with day-to-day activities, a lot of people are in this crouch position at a computer, so we're just going to open everything up. Good. And then we're going to open the chest and then close, okay? So we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together, separate the shoulder blades. Keep going. Awesome. Okay, so then we're just going to do work through the chest. We're just going to isolate the chest. So you're going to try and keep your hips still. You're going to push your chest forwards. Then you're going to take it to the side, back, side. So try and keep the hips still as you do it. Forwards, side, back, side. Yeah? Feels a bit weird, and you'll probably have a concentration face on. You should be able to feel your abs start to warm up with this one. Does look a bit weird. And then when you're ready, we're going to try and create a circle. So try and smooth it out. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do the same going the other way. So do it individually first. So forward, side, back, side. Good, and then create those circles. Awesome. Okay, hands on your hips and really exaggerate some big circles. Okay, all the way around. Reach to the side, the back, side, forwards. You might feel a bit clicky in places, tight in places, so just be aware of what your body is feeling. And then go the other way. whole. We're going to bring one knee up and out to the side, okay? So keep your body straight. Try not to lean forwards or backwards. Knee up, okay, nice and high. Big circle out, straight up and out. Keep the toes pointed. The more we can work all these things now, it won't be so much to concentrate on when we do it on the pole. Because it'll just be a habit, which is a good thing. 3 more. 2, 1, good. And then we're going to keep the knee up. So the knee is in line with the hip, okay? Try and keep the knee still. You're going to try and create circles with that lower leg. So we're just working through the knee, warming it all up, lubricating those joints. And then other way. Fabulous. And then we're going to straighten the leg out and roll the ankle. Change direction. Awesome. Let's do the other leg. So knee up, out to the side. Keep those toes pointed. Two more. Awesome. Okay. Knee up. In line with the hip, circle that lower leg. Keep those toes down. And then other way. Awesome. And then straighten out the leg, roll the ankle. So warming up is so important. All what we're doing now is like mobilizing the joints. So it's lubricating the joints, ready for us to get on the pole, have a bit more movement without any injury, hopefully. Okay, so that's the joints done. We're just going to do the neck. So if you just make sure shoulders are back, okay, staying down. You're going to look over to one shoulder, then the other. And again. One more time. Good. Then you're going to look up. You've got chin touching the ceiling. And then chin to chest. Remember, the shoulders stay away from the ears. One more each way. Good. And then drop the ear to shoulder. Keep the shoulders down. And then create a circle all the way around. But nice and slow. And then when you go one way, just go back the other. Excellent. So we're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit more. Shoulder warm up is so important. I know it can be the bore of any workout, like just warming up, but this is how you're going to minimize injury. And actually, warming up is going to help you feel stronger. You'll be able to do more moves effectively than without, okay? So we're going to start with taking your arms in line with your shoulders, and you're going to roll the shoulders down and back, okay? Try and fully get them towards the floor, and then back. Keep going. They'll be nice and hot by the end of this shoulder warm up. Awesome. Okay, and then you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So have your palms facing forwards. Squeeze as close as you can, and then pop. So just taking those arms back a little bit more. Awesome. Okay, raise your arms up to cover your ears, and then you're going to try and pulse them back. Try not to go wide. Keep them close to your head as you take them back. So it feels a bit restrictive, but it's a good thing to do because we're obviously going to take our hands over our head quite a lot to be able to reach to the top. Awesome. And then you're going to start pulsing wider, and then we're going to bring the arms back down in line with our shoulders. Okay? Awesome. So from here, we're going to bend the elbows. Okay? Keep the elbows in line with your shoulders. We're then going to point the toes, I keep saying that. Point the fingers down towards the floor. Back up. Down as much as you can, and then back up. Keep going. Awesome. Okay, bring your elbows in towards each other. Probably feel 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, shake them out. So hopefully you're feeling a bit warmer there. We're now going to raise the heart rate a little bit, okay? So get the blood circling around the body a bit more. So what we're going to do is step to the side and touch. Step and touch, step and touch. As you do this, as you tap down, you're going to reach your arm over your head. And try and make sure the arm goes straight. So you're trying to reach towards the wall rather than just having it bent like that. Okay? So really exaggerate the movement. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the arm across the body, keep the shoulder down, keep with the foot taps. Excellent. And then what we're going to do is bring the heel towards your butt, okay? Try and kick your bum, and then take your elbows out to the sides. As we step down, we're going to squat. So bring your butt down towards the floor and push up through your heels. Don't allow your knees to go over your toes, okay? So really stick your booty back. Five more, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then last lot, we're going to reach up nice and high. Hold down, bring one knee up, other knee, up, other knee. Keep going and point your toes. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay. So hopefully you're feeling a lot warmer, guys. We're going to do a little bit for the abs on the floor, and then we're going to crack on with this lesson, okay? So hopefully I'm just making sure that you can see me on the floor, but I'm going to bring you down a bit. There we go. Okay, so come and lay on your back and take both legs up, okay? I want you to take your shoulders off the ground. Imagine you're coming up to kiss your knees. This is going to, you want the whole of your spine down on the ground, okay? At no point throughout this move do you want to arch your back, okay? So what I like to do is take my hands behind my head, keep the elbows wide, just supporting my head and my neck, and I'm going to use my arms, I'm going to try and kiss the knees, and I'm going to hold in this position. Now from here, I'm going to lower one leg down as low as you can go, and this will be different for everyone. Up, back down. And when I say go as low as you can, go as low as you can without your back lifted. So you might be able to get it down, but you might be here, okay? So make sure you get that back down, and you go as low as you can. Then we're going to bring it up and swap legs. You're going to keep going. Ten more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your knees in and have a breather. Awesome. Okay. So I've got another ab exercise for you to do. However, this is also going to increase the flexibility down the backs of your legs and warm them up a little bit, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay out flat. Now you'll find your back will arch, that's okay, it's a natural curve in your spine. So you're going to reach up over your head, and we're going to use our arms as momentum, okay? So we're going to use them to sit up. So reach up, reach forwards, okay? If you look, I'm not bringing my head down, okay? This is creating like a gap. What I want to do is think about belly down towards my knees, okay? So I'm thinking about shoulders back, chest forwards. Reach, shoulder down, and up, forward. So my head stays up, so I'm not bringing my head down onto my lap, okay? So come and join me when you're ready. You may feel you start to move backwards when you do this. That's quite normal. You've got 5 more. down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Come over onto your knees. So in this all four positions. So this is the last one we're going to do for our warm up, okay? So if you make sure that your wrists are over, so your shoulders are over your wrists, okay? Spread those fingers. Make sure that, make sure the shoulders are over and your hands are wide. Have them in. Then from here, make sure your knees are hip width apart. We're going to lift one leg and squeeze your butt. And as you can see, I'm not bending my leg or anything. I'm keeping it straight, but lifting as high as I can. Keep the arms straight. Now the opposite arm is going to come up, okay? Now elbow and knee together. Extend. So we're going to do 10, and then we're going to swap sides. So when you're ready, get into this position, and then we're going to bring elbow to knee together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to swap sides. So opposite leg first. Squeeze that butt, lift the leg high. Opposite arm. Elbow to knee together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands back down. Curl your toes under. Push your booty to the sky. And then bring the armpits towards your knees. Walk those heels down one at a time. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep your legs straight. And then when you're ready, round the back and slowly come up to stand. Okay? So there we go. You should be feeling super duper warm. We've covered pretty much everything, okay? Like I said, warm up is so important. And it's a way to help you condition as well and get stronger, yeah? Awesome, guys. Hey, hey, hey. Who have we got here? Hey, Jill. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Hayley. Awesome, guys. So we're going to have a look now. You should be nice and warm. Have a drink at any point, okay? So stop and have a drink. Keep hydrated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain some moves to you, give you a chance to do them. Now, I can't see when you're done, okay? So you've got to tell me. So I'm going to put a timer on, and I'm going to have between 3 to 5 minutes on it, depending what move that you are doing, okay? So that you've got a chance to do it. Then comment, okay, done or completed or whatever you want, so that I know that you've completed it, okay? The guys are here. So we're going to have a look at some understanding shoulder engagement, okay, when it comes to anything at the pole. Now, we can do this off the pole to start with. When you're in an upright position, you want to think about pulling the shoulders back and down. Now, we always tend to have at least one arm above our head, right? So when we take our arm up, can you see how my shoulder comes up to my ears, okay? What I want to do is, without bending my arm, is I'm going to pull the shoulder down, okay? Arm still straight. So from here, and you'll find that we're going to work through our back, down. Does that make sense? And you can see this gap you're created, yeah? So you can make sure you do this. Look in front of a mirror, okay, because that can help to actually see where your shoulders are, where you feel that they might be down, and actually can you bring them down a bit more. And the more you do this, the stronger they'll get, and the more they'll be able to pull down, okay? So definitely get into a habit with that. So when we were like this to on the pole, you're going to stand side onto the pole and take your inside arm up nice and high. I always start on my tippy toes, okay? I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit to make sure that my hands are in view. So I always make sure I always stand on my tippy toes. So side on, raise up on your tippy toes. Now we're going to engage the core. Now a lot of people are like, I don't know how to engage my core. And you know, it can sound really complex. So the best way I can describe it is, imagine that I'm there with you now, and I'm about to use my finger and I'm going to put you in your belly, okay? And you know when someone's about to put you, and you can see that they're coming for you, and you immediately look tense up. I want you to feel that tense feeling, and I want you to hold it, okay? So, side arm, on your tippy toes. Inside arm up high, okay? So if you can see here, I'm really wonky, okay? So I'm going to move my hand down a little bit and then pull my shoulder down. So when I've got a hold of the pole, I'm not necessarily moving my hand down the pole, I'm pulling myself to lift so my shoulders are level. Yeah? Does that make sense? Now I'm coming around with my finger. Okay, now tense. Okay, that's what you want to feel whenever you're doing any pull-up, right? So this is how we're going to start. Now, the opposite is true for handstands, okay? So if you ever do any handstand work, and yeah, there's a lot of pole handstand work. The opposite is true. So when you're upright, the shoulder's away from the ear. When you're inverted, so upside down, you're going to think about shoulder to ear, okay? So you're going to try and push tall to get that shoulder up to your ear, so it's nice and close. So that is the inverted handstands, and this is upright, yeah? Okay. So, once we've got our hand up nice and high, we're pulling down, and we've got that core engaged, okay, back to that poke you. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to think about leaning away from the pole. So I'm going to take your outside hand. Now, we'll talk about inside and outside on the pole. So if you're not familiar with that, I don't do left or right, okay? Some people don't know their left and rights, and that's fine. I mean, unless I do that, I don't know which is my left anyway. So I always talk about if you're stood side onto the pole, whichever leg, arm is closest to the pole, that is your inside, okay? Anything that's furthest away from the pole is my outside. So you'll hear me talk about this a lot, okay? And I will try and we'll drill it in and it will make far more sense. So it doesn't matter which side of the pole you start on. So if I'm this side, it's still my inside. If I'm this side, it's still my inside. Does that make sense? So I really want us to think about the outside arm leaning away. So on your tippy toes, arm nice and high, engage the shoulder, take this arm away from the pole. So I'm really thinking that I've got somebody who's got a hold of my hip as well, and they're trying to pull, 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 pull. You're up nice and tall, okay? I now want you to walk around the pole in this position, making sure you get that pole away. Now, I'm on a static pole with my, on a silicone pole, and I've got kept on static. You can have it on spin, it doesn't really make much difference for the time being, it's up to you. Now, as you find, if you're on a static pole, your hand will start to glide down the pole, yeah? So before you do anything, so when you come to doing moves that require you to, say, lift your legs off the ground, because obviously we do get off the ground quite a lot, you need to make sure this inside arm goes up high again. So if you've started here, and you're walking, and your hand goes down, what you don't want to do is try and lift with your arm in a bent position a lot lower. So as you walk, if your hand goes down, that's fine. Just as you're about to lift, you move the hand back up, okay? So the more height we can get, the better. Does that make sense so far? So the more we can pull away, the more we engage the shoulder, and that's what we want. So we're going to now work on something called a step around. Again, you can have the pole on static or the pole on spin. I'm going to put my pole on spin. It's just easy for me to do because I'll just turn it on. Okay? If you want to do the same, that's fine. Don't make much difference for this move anyway. So, what we're going to do is we're going to think about being in that same position, bringing our hip away from the pole. We need the pole with the arm, guys, okay? So I'm going to show you what the step around looks like. Okay? So this is quite challenging, right? I want you to do a small step, not a massive step. So, on your tippy toes, inside hand nice and high, shoulder down, engage that core, extend the arm away. Little step with your inside foot, okay, so just stepping forwards, but remember I'm being pulled away. When you feel pulled, you feel this hand pulling and you feel your back muscles working, which is super important. So step, circle the leg, so the outside leg lifts up, all the way to the other foot, and up, okay? Does that make sense? Do that again on the other side, okay? So on your tippy toes. Inside hand nice and high. Engage that shoulder down. Hip away from the pole. Little step, circle, down. So when you start to do that circle, you should feel that you're having to pull down really, really hard, okay? Now it's quite tricky. If you want to, okay, what I would suggest now is place the other hand on. So going back to your first side, on your tippy toes, inside hand high, shoulder down, hip away. Outside hand goes along at chest height. Now, lots of people to start with because they want to place both hands up high. And we want you to avoid placing both hands up high, okay? Having this hand up here isn't going to benefit you in any way, okay? A lot of people like it because they feel like they need to, like they haven't got the strength to have it any lower. That's okay, but I really want you to focus on trying to bring that hand down in line with the chest. So pretty much most moves are in line with the chest. Sometimes I may even say a little bit lower, like belly button up hip height, okay? So this is to enable us to like maneuver our body around. If my hand is up here, I can't do anything but use that hand to push my head away. If it's chest height, I can maneuver myself away. Does that make sense? So that's why it's really important. So what we're going to look at is doing a step around, but with the outside hand up. So from here, so come and join me. Inside hand up high, outside hand chest height, so front chest and hold, okay? You might squish your boob a bit. So engage the shoulder down, right? I'm putting you in that belly, hip away from the pole. Feels weird now because you've got the hand on. A little step, and I want you to lift the other leg, outside leg nice and high, and go all the way around and step down. So you'll find that if you allow it to just come, like literally allow the leg to move, you've got to think about being nice and tall though, you'll naturally come around, you'll start the spin, okay? But you've got to get the hip away, and I'm really trying to drill this into you guys because it's going to help you so much with so many moves, okay? So, do it again, stay with the same side, hands inside, hand high, outside hand, chest height, little step, hip away, leg up, big circle, foot down, legs together, and still side on. Does that make sense? Okay? Have a couple of goes. Make sure that you do both sides. I'm going to grab myself a drink and wash my hands as well. So just have a few goes at that, and I'll come back to you in a minute. How are we doing, guys? Are we all good? Now, when you first stop pole, you may find that you've got no grip and you slide, okay? Even I was starting to slide there, so this is why I went to wash my hands. Now, I think the best grip is just go and wash your hands and dry them thoroughly, okay? So anything new, particularly after a warm-up anyway, we tend to get quite sweaty, and you'll find it's just the sweat on your hands, and you might have to wash your hands 10 times throughout the lesson, and that's fine, okay? There are different grips, and we're trying to avoid them to start with, particularly throughout this course, because we want to build your own natural hand strength up, okay, rather than rely on any grips. So anytime, just go and wash your hands. I know some people like to have like a damp cloth to wash their hands, and then just use a dry towel or something just to make sure they're dry thoroughly. You can also use a towel or flannel on the pole and just wipe down your pole from any sweat, okay? So that just give that a go if you feel like you're starting to slide. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, I like to have my socks on usually. You'll see me a lot with my socks on. I'm running else today. I find it's easier to pivot on the floor. I've got rubber matting down. So it depends what floor you've got. If you've got maybe carpet down, you might not find it's not so easy. If you've got laminate down, it should be okay. But sometimes when you've got hot, sweating feet, it's a bit sticky. So just make sure, you know, socks are absolutely fine is what I'm trying to say. I love my socks. So, are we happy with that so far? That step around position. Getting the body away from the pole. Really trying to avoid having the arm bend. So what I would suggest you do is try and record yourself doing it, because what you might find is actually, you're in a good starting position, and the minute you try and lift this leg and take it around the pole, you bend this bottom arm like this, okay, without even realising. So it's definitely worth watching what you do, watching the technique. And obviously, if you're not sure, you can always post it in the group, or you can message me direct if you don't want to post in the group, okay? But you'll probably find actually these things other people are struggling with as well. So any questions, guys, just ask them as we go or after, and I will come back to you as soon as possible. That makes sense? Cool. So what we're going to have a look at is the push and pull technique, okay? So we've mastered this pull down, and we briefly had a look at this bottom hand, you know, I'm saying push away. So what we're going to do is, if you've got your pole on spin, just put it back on static because it's easy enough for you. And you're going to stand next to the pole. You're going to place your outside hand on around chest height. You can place your inside hand up high. What I'm going to do is push your body away from the pole, as far away from the pole as possible. See if you can release your top hand. You can either keep it up or down. I now need you to pull your body in. Now push your body away, keeping facing forwards. Pull in, push. Pull in, push. Pull in, keep joining me, push. Keeping that core engaged. Remember, I'm always there, holding that belly of yours. Pull and push. Okay? Magic. Let's do the other side. Step to the other side. Inside hand up nice and high. Outside hand across the chest height. Hip away. Hand low. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Then pull and push. Pull and push. And you might not have done this before, but I find it so beneficial. We're going to take our feet out a minute, so you get the benefit of being able to push. So this one is all about pulling, okay? So push and pull. Right, let's go back to the first side. This time, I want you to take your feet slightly further away from the pole, okay? And then I'm going to take my outside hand across again. So this time I'm going to pull in, which will naturally fall into the pole, and then I want you to use this arm to push. Okay, so you're trying to push yourself away from the pole. Pull in and push. So you'll find the pushing element a lot harder this time. But this is just to get in the habit of understanding you need to push away from the pole for certain moves that we're going to do, like spins, okay? So let's do 3 more this side. 2, 1. Good. Let's do the other side. So remember, stand a little bit away from the pole. Outside hand on, shoulder always down. So you're going to lean out as far as possible. Then you're going to pull in and then push. If you feel a bit more, step further away, okay? So come in, keep the core engaged. Push. Keep the shoulder down. Push. And it will feel really awkward, particularly if you've got bigger boobs than me, and probably most of you have. You'll feel like your arm is squishing your boob, okay? You're in the right position. It just gets a bit awkward for you girls. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Magic. Okay. So another way that we can strengthen our arms with a push as well is if you're going to face the pole and you're going to stay up on your tippy toes as high as you can, okay, on the balls of your feet. So you're going to engage that the core one. Awesome, okay, so your arms should be definitely feeling warm. You may feel the back of your legs into your calves as well. Again, these are like conditioning moves. It's also going to help build our strength and understanding the pushing away of it. Alright, okay. So we're going to have a look at something different now. We're going to have a look at leg hooking. So we're going to have a look at what I call ballerinas. But the most important thing I really want us to focus on today is understanding how to get a good lock with your legs. Because once you understand that, it makes any leg locking moves a lot easier. So if we can get this in your head, it'll be perfect. So I'm going to show you what it looks like first. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stand next to the pole. So what I suggest is having your arm close to you and then push it against the pole and have your feet directly underneath, okay? So you know you're sort of in a good distance. So you don't want to start with your feet too close, nor do you want them further away. So push and then stay nice and tall, okay? So what we're going to do from here is we're going to place the inside hand at shoulder height, okay? Shoulder height is a pretty good position for a lot of you to get your leg hooks. So inside arm, shoulder height. Hold on. You are now going to lean away from the pole and fully extend this arm, okay? And the hip away. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to lift the leg closest to the pole, so the inside leg. And you're going to lift it and you're going to hook, okay? But we're not just going to hook, we're going to focus on about something else. You're going to try and lift so it's in line with your hip if you can, okay? Some of you might be more flexing, you'll be able to get it a lot higher, but our aim is just try and get that leg in line, so the knee in line with your hip, okay? So lean away, lift. Now I want you to push the back of that knee into the pole, okay? So again, I'm going to go this way so you can see different views. So hand, shoulder, height, lean away. Lift your inside leg, try and get in line with the hip, and push the back of the knee into the pole. Once you're in this position, then squeeze your heel towards your back. And that will make a huge difference to getting a good lock. So anytime I see a lot of people do it, they just go here. And they're not completely behind their knee. So really try to exaggerate it, okay? So reinforce it. So push the back of the knee into the pole. Then squeeze your heel towards your butt. And you'll feel a good lock. The reason why I'm saying lean away so your arm is straight is because generally your knee will sit in the right place. Another thing I see a lot of people do is they'll be here and they'll just do this. And can you see, like I can't get my leg high enough, and definitely not behind my knee in this position. Does that make sense? So it's just these little tips will make a huge difference to you. So hand on, leaning away, okay? Muscling away, leg up, hook or push the back of the knees forward. Heel to bum, so really squeeze the heel to bum. And then from here, we need to push the hips forwards. So when we look down the body, it should be straight. If you are looking at a slight angle, like your butt is back at a triangle, we're not quite there, okay? So I really want you to think about shoulders back, chest lifted, hips forwards. Imagine somebody's got the top of your trousers or the top of your shorts and they're pulling you forwards. Does that make sense? As they pull you forward, you end up squeezing your butt and you can see you've got this straight line. Does that make sense? Now, I didn't touch on this before, but I'm touching on it now. Is that I use a silicone pole, okay? And this is a grippy pole, which enables me to grip in my leggings, okay? So any clothes that I wear is because I've got the grip. If you guys, I know most of you don't have a silicone pole, I think one or two of you might have, so I know most of you don't. So you'll probably have a metal finished pole or powder coat or whatever you have, which means you need skin grip. So even what you need to do is, if you've got leggings on, which you're more than welcome to have that in the warm-up, but as soon as we get on the pole, whip your leggings off, okay? Make sure you've got shorts on so that we get the grip behind the knee, yeah? Okay, you guys need skin grip, but everything else we're doing is exactly the same. So again, I'm just going to touch upon this point again. You need to keep your feet directly where you were to start. Now, most of you might think, oh my God, I don't let go of my hands, and start to work your foot out. You'll end up just working a bit of your hip and maybe your quads, and for this move, it's our side tummy muscles known as our obliques, okay? So we're going to aim towards taking the hand off. So we'll start again, side arm, push the arm on, inside hand, shoulder height, lean away. Hook your inside leg, push the back of the knee into the pole. Heel to bum, bottom leg straight, okay? Don't bend it. Hips forward, shoulders back, creating that straight line. Lean as far away. Right, okay, now we're in this good position. Now we're going to work the hand off, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, no way, okay? You'll be surprised. We're going to do it slow. So from here, squeeze the heel to your butt, that's what's keeping you up. The top hand, you're going to start to loosen your fingers, okay? Still got it there. Loosen your fingers. See how you feel? You're like, yeah? Got this. Awesome. Then you're going to take your arm up. Feel okay? Then I'm going to take the bottom hand lower, okay? So I'm trying to get my side parallel to the ground. Crunch back up, and we use these side oblique muscles to crunch to re-grab the pole. Now, when you take your hand off the pole, and you start to move down towards the floor, it's really important not to think about trying to get your fingers to the floor, okay? Because what you'll probably find is, without even thinking about it, you'll end up folding forwards, looking for the floor to touch your fingers down, and that will make your butt go back. And then we've lost all the work we're working through our obliques. And obliques muscles are really super important for pole. Because these are the ones that's going to get us more advanced. So things like you guys that might have heard about Aisha or Cupid, or those sort of moves, even if that's okay. So, again, let's do one more. We're going to try and hold for at least 5 seconds. If you guys are stronger and want to challenge yourself, hold for at least 10 seconds, okay? So, hand on shoulder height, lean away. Lift your leg, hook behind the knee, heel to butt, hips forward, straight line, loosen, feel okay? Make sure you're looking up towards the ceiling. Make sure this bottom leg isn't bending. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch up through your obliques. Grab and hook. Nice. Let's do the other side. Side on. Remember, shoulder on first. Hand, shoulder height. You can follow me along. Lean away. Lift up your leg. Push the back of the knee into the pole. Heel towards your butt. Thrust those hips forward to create that straight line. You'll also feel that you need the pole behind your knee. Keep this leg straight. Loosen the hands. See if we can come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch back up. Awesome. Okay? Sound good so far? We're going to do one more each side. So when you're ready, straight back into it. Hand on, lean away, hook, hips forward, hand off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, unhook, other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch up, unhook. Magic. Okay. So we've had a look at the pulling down with the arms. We've had a look at the pushing away with the arms. We've had a look at leg hooks, okay? So what we're going to have a look at now is working on something called tucks. Tucks are super hard. Don't worry, they will come with time. So we're going to start off with complete basics. So I'm going to position you better. We'll show you what it looks like first, and then we'll talk through it. Okay, so this is really awesome because it works the whole body, alright? So we're going to work on our biceps, our backs, our core muscles, our quads. So everything gets involved with this move. So you're going to go on your tippy toes. You're going to step forwards and you're going to place your butt in front of the pole. So you can rest your bum on it. Your inside arm goes around, so the pole is set in your armpit. Hand face height, yeah? Squeeze that inner arm in, outside hand above. Roll the shoulders back and think about keeping the chest high. Once you've got the chest high, you've got to think about keeping the shoulders back together, okay? So you know in the warm-up we did these. You took your arm out and then we squeezed your shoulder blades together. That's what we're trying to do here. So when we've got the arms on, squeeze, so I'm trying to turn my back to you. So we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together, okay? This will force the chest up. Get a good technique, it's going to be a lot easier later on. So from here, I'm going to look up, okay? Can you see both hands are in line with my face? They're not up here, okay? Even though they're bent, get them down. Because if you start in a bad habit, it's not going to build your strength as effectively for when you're ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift your inside leg. You're going to think about your knee coming up towards your wrist. So knee up high. And then we're going to try and lift the other leg. We're going to lift one, and then we're going to start to lift the other. And as we start to lift the other, we're going to lower the first one down to show you. So butt in front, inside arm around, hand above, shoulders back. Lift one leg, knee up. Then we're going to start to bend the other leg. As you start to bend, you'll feel the grip in your arm. Engage the core muscles. Lift, swap, okay? Lift, swap, okay? Keep going. So 3, 4, 5. Now you may not even have that lift yet. You may even just be like this. That's okay, keep going, okay? We're going to do the other side. Butt in front, inside arm around the back, hand at face height, squeeze the arm in, outside hand above, shoulders back, okay? Lift your inside leg up, hold down with those hands. Once you've lifted one, lift the other. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry guys, I keep getting these adverts that pop up on my phone and stop me recording. I just realised I got to 8, I was only meant to do 5, I'm sorry. 5 and relax, okay? Go and grab yourself a drink guys, keep hydrated. How you all doing? All right. Okay. So, those are your taps. Okay? They're freaking hard, but they will get better. Okay? So, all these little bits we can do are part of that conditioning, and the more reps you can do, the stronger you're going to get. So you'll start to find, once we start next week, we're going to incorporate some of these. So we'll do the warm-up, incorporate some of these, and then we'll get on to the next part. Okay? And we'll do that every week. So I'm just going through a few different things that you're going to need to work on. So we've done pulling the shoulders down, pushing away, getting that step around, engaging the core, working the obliques, and creating that lock. Okay? So the next thing we're going to work on is your skater poses. Okay? Now if you've pulled those shoulders down, we're already halfway there. So let me show you what this looks like. Okay? You don't have to be super, super strong to do this. Most of the stuff I'm showing you is to do with technique. And this one is important because when you start to climb later on, okay, not now, but when you start to climb, you've got to push that shin into the pole. And this is why this move is so important. It looks freaking cool anyway. But yeah, the more we can get this into our head, the better. So what we're going to do for this move is we're going to face the pole. You're going to come on your tippy toes, you can follow along. You're going to lift one leg, doesn't matter which one, because you're going to do both. Lift the knee in line with the hip. Now you're going to keep the knee to the same side of the pole, and then take your foot to the other side. So you can push the whole of the shin into the pole. That's so important, guys. Don't allow this knee to go way past here. Can you see how much shin I've got off the pole? And you know, it's not going to be as effective. So get that knee back and get that shin right across. Now to start with, what I want you to try and do is point your foot down. Because the more you point your foot down, the more we're going to really push that shin in. If you're really struggling, you can flex your foot. The foot flex just gives you extra grip. So that might be where you start off with. That's how I start off, and that's how I teach my students to start off with. So it's completely up to you, okay? If you want the extra challenge and try and keep it pointed, you go for it. So on your tippy toes, remember, nice and tall, shoulders back. Lift one knee, foot to the other side. You can flex if you want. Keep the knee in line. The most important thing is all the shin contact, guys. That's all I really want you to focus on. Now, whichever leg you've got up, place the same side hand up high. So I'm going to come into the pole, reach up high. I'm going to think about pulling the pole down, and as you do this, you're going to find you're going to start to lift up on your tippy toes, okay? So remember, the shoulder comes away from the ear. That doesn't mean bend the arm down. Keep the hand where it is. So if you're starting to get sweaty, I know I am, you might want to wash your hands or wipe the pole, okay? So whatever you want to do. So push that shin in. Hand up. Lean in to get that hand up. The other hand is going to go onto the pole around chest height. butt. So, leg on, hand up, shoulder down, push, slide that foot away. You should be pulling with the arms to be able to do that. From here, heel to butt, hold. 3, 2, 1, step down. Okay, awesome. Give that another go, okay? Go with the same size, give it a go. Make sure you're drinking plenty as well, guys. Okay, I'll just give you a minute to do that. How are we doing, guys? Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Emily. Hey, Hayley. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, loads of you on. That's lovely. Ooh. Let's get down. Cool. Fab. So hopefully you've done that. We need to do the other side, okay? Other leg, other arm. So face the palm, on your tippy toes, hands around chest height. Lift the other leg this time. So leg up, remember the knee goes on the same side of the pole, foot behind. You're going to place the same side hand up nice and hard. Hold the shoulder down. Really think about using that shin into the pole. Imagine you're trying to kick this pole down to the floor. That's what I really need to focus on. Because the more we can think about kicking with the pole, the more you're actually going to work this big muscle known as your quad muscle, okay? And your quads will do all the work to be able to help you keep away from the pole. And the quads is what's going to help you climb later on. So if we can get these working now, you're doing well. So, tippy toes, leg up, foot flex, knee in line, hand nice and high, hold the shoulder away from the ear, bottom hand, chest height, push, slide that back foot, heel to bum, 3, 2, 1, step down, well done, shake that, and you've got one more go, okay, give it a go, this is your last one, then we're going to cool down. How are we doing, guys? Are we done? Hopefully so. Oh, went a bit blurry then. So, we've touched upon quite a few little details today, but literally all different parts of our body that you're going to need to use to build your strength up for pole, right? So what I really want you to do is not just do this lesson once, okay? If you can, do it at least one more time, if not 2 times, before our next session next week, okay? The more you can get your body to condition, you can even challenge yourself. So if we've just done like 5 or 3-second holds, see if you can get up to 5, see if you can get up to 7, see if you can get up to 10. So you're building that strength as you go. Also try and take as many photos and videos of yourself. Now I know loads of people, particularly beginners, are like, hell no, I'm not videoing myself. But I promise you, it's so important to be able to see what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right, because that is how we're going to learn. Yeah, that's how I'm going to be able to help you more if I can see what you're doing. So even if you don't want to watch it yourself, send it to me, and I just want to make sure that you're getting the right position, because I know there's a lot of information in these classes and you're not going to grasp it all in one go, which is why repetition of these classes is going to help you. I hope that makes sense, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick cool down. So this is trying to bring the body back down into your pre-workout state. And we're just going to use the pole for that. So we're just going to do some stretches. Considering if you haven't done pole for a little while, you will probably feel a bit achy, okay? So this is going to help you with your DOMs, which is, I'll say some technical terms, and then if you don't know, I'll just explain them. So DOMs is like, it's called delayed onset of muscle soreness. So you know when you get achy, that's what that is. So we basically stretch out to minimize that, all right? So we're just going to go onto the pole and do some stretches. So let me show you. So if you stand side onto the pole, you're going to take your arm out in line with your shoulder and hold onto the pole. You can actually take your thumb with your fingers, okay? So this is called a cup grip. When you do fingers and thumb together, it's called a cup grip, okay? So you're going to put your hand in a cup grip, and then you're going to push that hand into the pole. You're going to turn and push the shoulder forwards, okay? Completely try and turn your body and look over the other shoulder. Nice deep breaths, guys. Remember to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Three, 2, 1. Let's do the other side. So hand on, fingers and thumbs together, okay? And if you take notes, my hand is on the same side, okay? So as I get my hand on, what you don't want to do is turn it upside down, okay? So thumb facing up, grab. Okay, shoulder forwards, look over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and turn back. Okay, so we're going to stretch out our sides, okay? So we're going to stand next to the pole. We're going to be really close to the pole, and you're going to have your inside arm around. I'm going to hold on at face height. The other hand, cup whip again, up and over. Hold on to the pole just above your head. We're going to lean away from the pole, and as you'll see, you'll go from your armpit to your forearm with that inside arm. Imagine somebody's got a hold of your hip and they're really pulling you away from the pole. So you really want to extend, and as you do that, you want to fully extend your top arm, okay? Don't have it bent in here. But really get away from the pole. Make sure you're not turning down. Your chest should be up and you should be looking up. The arm doesn't want to cover your face, okay? Get your head under, look up. If this is easy, move your top hand down and extend a little bit more, get a deeper stretch. Excellent, guys. Okay, let's do the other side. So turn the other way, hand on, shoulder height, outside hand, finger and thumbs together, behind the pole, lean away, get that hip as far away as possible. Chest up towards the ceiling. And pull yourself in, back. Okay, we're going to turn around. So your back is now to the pole, go on your tippy toes. You're going to grab onto the pole, you can place your thumbs around as well. Grab on, try and roll your shoulders back and lean forward. So you push your chest forward and you want to try and fully straighten your arms. If you struggle to have your hands above your butt, just bring them down to about your butt level, then roll your shoulders back. You should find that slightly easier. So if you find it easy, you want to bring your hands up. Want an extra challenge, so roll and then push the chest forwards. And then push the chest forwards a little bit more. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pull yourself back. Now what I want you to do is take your feet slightly out in front of you, keep your ankles together. So you're resting on the pole, okay? We're going to fold forward at your hips, okay? Look how flat my back is. And then I think my tummy comes down the pole. I'm going to see if you can grab onto the pole and then walk your hands down the pole as low as you can go. Hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back up. Okay, turn to face the pole. Have your hands around belly button height. Lift one leg, bend it, and place the ankle above the other knee. You're now going to come and sit down. Try not to straighten the arms. We're going to keep the shoulders back, have slight bends in your arms. Try and get your leg parallel to the ground and focus on this knee towards the floor. Nice deep breaths. Good. Hold up. Swap place. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull up. Good. Give it a shake. Okay, so we're just going to work off the triceps now. So take your arm up and over. You can think about taking your hand onto your back. Hold on to your elbow and slight pressure back. Keep the chest lifted, okay? So just pushing this back hand into your back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap arms. Five, 4, 3, one. Awesome. Okay, bring your hands together. Push your palms together and bring your elbows up. Shoulders back and down. Squeeze those palms into each other as low as you can without them separating, and hold. Three, two, one. Hold it there. Just in and out with the wrists. In and out, in and out. And then back of the hands together, in and out. And then give your wrists a roll. And give yourself a blooming good clap, guys. Well done. Cool, okay? So that is your first session completed. Let me know what you think and how you got on. And I look forward to seeing you in the next session, okay? Lesson 2. All right, bye.